Yo, guys, this weather is crazy out there, man. Big up to everyone locked in. Love for the love as always, guys. Continue to support the channel by liking, subscribing to the channel, doing all that great stuff, man. Who's in the building already? Let's make sure we do the morning check-in with the team. Who's about? Who's about? Who's here early, ready to talk about football, man? So much conversation to be had as well, man. Isak, about to become the number 9 at Liverpool Football Club, and a few other ones as well. I heard that Kudus is offering himself to Liverpool, but we'll definitely discuss that one as well. I already see James's comment. Love for the love, man. James, big up to you. Wow, the transfer window we're having. Pull this off. We could have 1 or 2 possible transfer up the Reds. We would have 1 to 2 impossible. Nah, big up, man. Big up to Johnny as well in the building. Finally able to catch a show live. Don't worry, man. It's all love, bro. Take your time, man. Big up to all the guys watching on lunch and the ladies as well, because I know there was a few guys yesterday saying they only could watch for half an hour because obviously they were on a lunch break and stuff like that. Guys, on the way, and smash the like button, man. You already know what time it is. Big up to LFC in the building as well. Big up. And big up to you, bro. Is that photo of you chilling on like a sofa or something? I was just checking that. Oh, no, that's not a sofa. That's Ibu. Is that Ibu on the bus? Yep, Ibu on the bus with the Premier League trophy. Big up to you. Ethan, big up to yourself. Can't wait to see Verts in action. Same here, man. Look, we are building, big up to Neil as well. We are building an elite team about to compete in the Premier League. We're building an elite club already. I say we already have an elite club. We're building an elite environment now, ready to go again and smoke up everyone in this Premier League, man. I can't wait, man. Big up to LFC. Jonah, we saying afternoon ends. Had to watch as on lunch break again. Barbecue chicken and ham sandwich today for lunch. All right, I hear you, bro. Something it's better than yesterday, I'm sure. Yesterday, what did you have yesterday? Did you only have the ham sandwich yesterday, innit? So today you decide to have a better lunch. I hear it. John, we will definitely talk about City as well. Let me get G in the building first and foremost. Good morning, bro. Good morning to you, man.
Afternoon.
Bro, you know what? Because we started at 12. Why did I think we started at 11? But I had to shift it because I had to go and do other stuff. That's why. Big up to you, bro.
That's why.
That's things.
No, I'm good,
before
man.
we go.
How are you, man? I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Literally just running around in this heat like a madman. But yeah,
it's not
good,
nice.
Man. How are you?
It's not nice, honestly, bro. Running around in this heat is crazy. You know, I actually love the weather because I'm wearing black as well. Which a lot of people look at me for being crazy, but I'm just like, nah, I don't feel it when I'm out there. But when I'm inside, for some reason, that's when I get hot. When I'm outside,
it's worse inside.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. It's just weird. Let's see. Ends moving like the Daily Mail with these titles. Hey, I know, man. We ain't really the newspaper, but if the newspaper want to give me a job, we can work on that as well. Still, but I think I'd more like a segment on TV. I think we'll just be vibesy with that. We don't, you know what I mean? We don't swear too much, if not any. We produce our own streams. So we got that production value there as well. Now, I think, you know what I mean? Give us the opportunity and we'll see.
Yeah, man.
We'll see what we can do. Listen, we'll start off with Isak in a minute because, yeah, Isak is, I ain't gonna lie. He's talking up the things, bro. He's I reckon. You remember when we spoke about Florian Wirtz, right? And everyone's like, nah, maybe not. Nah, I don't think so. And then we was like, nah, trust, bro. He's hearing it. He's gonna be a Liverpool player. And everyone's like, nah. Isak is in that same boat for me, bro. Isak is in that same boat for me.
I'd love to hear. Yeah, no, the Isak stuff is gonna be it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what's kind of going on. I haven't really even read too much Liverpool news this morning, so let's see.
Yeah, all right, man. So the reports, as we covered slightly yesterday, that he actually wants to leave Newcastle. So the report is saying after he finishes his holiday, he's going to be speaking to Eddie Howe and telling him his desire to join Liverpool Football Club because he feels that's the right process and progress for his career. And he doesn't see that at Newcastle. Like I tried to say earlier, bro, weeks ago, I said, who cares if Newcastle get Champions League? They're not Liverpool Football Club. Why would you go, I'd rather stay at Newcastle than I come to Liverpool? I get the desire for some players that don't get the opportunity to come to a massive club as Liverpool. I get that. No, when no one offers for you, you start talking, yeah, nah, this club is massive. So, but no one's come for you. If someone then said, oh, one of the big boys offer for you, you see how quickly the tune will change. No pun intended. But you see how quickly it will change. But yeah, bro, he's going to be a Liverpool player. I 100% believe that it will happen. There's too much going on. There's too much being said. There's too much being spoken about. And even the mainstream ones, even Oinstein now is kind of dived into it as well. But you know, when they use certain words as, you know, it's a possibility because, and they need certain things to fall in place. And the other reports now is saying that it has to happen on Newcastle's terms. So even if he wants to go, they want it to happen in their own terms. That's a different conversation to the one of he's not for sale. That was a different conversation to he's gonna cost 200 million before we even speak, 150 before we even negotiate. That's a completely different conversation now. Talk to me.
Nah, it's listen. I definitely think it's going to be a saga still. I definitely think that it's not going to be easy. I don't think Newcastle, if they do so, I don't think they're going to make it easy for Liverpool, which they shouldn't. I mean, like, shouldn't be making it easy for us anyway. But yeah, I feel like they're going to try and make it as difficult as possible. So maybe they might say, or there might be news coming out that Newcastle have offered Isak a new deal. But for example, he might reject it. Once he rejects it, now, okay, Liverpool start coming in with their bids, etc., etc. You know, just these little kind of things, man. I think, you know, it'll possibly be like that. But honestly, right now, I'm still like, I don't know. I'll be real. Like, I'm like, yeah, he could come. I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but then there's obviously the possibility that he could, you know, end up saying, and you know, Newcastle will make it so difficult for Liverpool that it will just be like, bro, you know what, we can just move on to someone else. You know what I mean? There's other players that we can sign, kind of thing.
No, listen, I hear it. And big up to the chat as well. Good afternoon to you all. And I hope you guys are all blessed, all the ladies and gents in the building. I hope you guys are all feeling great, looking great, and your mental is in a great position today. But yeah, like it's a great time. You're right. If they offer him, which they're trying to, and the reports also, is that he does not want to sign it. He wants to turn that down. Because let's be honest, what is he going to be? 26, I want to say. He's going to be 26 if he's not 25 already. So you're looking at, if he stays at Newcastle because he's got a 3-year deal, right? He has to look at, right, 26, let's say 26, 27, 28, potentially 29, let's say, right? Does he look likely to go and pick up the big boy deals or the big boy trophies in that period of time in that club? For me personally, I don't see it happening with the likes of Liverpool. Arsenal want to be better. Man City, Chelsea spending like there's no tomorrow. And then Newcastle not being able to spend the type of money they want to spend as well. Let's get Sav in the building as well. Big up, Savage.
Come on, man.
How you feeling, bro? I was watching the stream. I know you said you was dosed up, but
yeah, dosed up, man. Funny enough, I just started to feel a bit of clearance in it, so I'm all right, man. But
hey, what are you saying? Just cleared up, bro.
It's not fun still. It's not fun. But I think I'm gonna go. Remember when Cav told me and you about the injection?
The injection.
And I just left it in it because I don't like injecting stuff, bro. You get me? Don't really like that still. That's when I got like Ray Charles, bro. But I think I might do it still. Like I checked the other day. There's a private thingy by mine in it, so you have to get like some advertiser to pay for it. You get me? Put it in the video.
Come on, guys, man. We need those sponsors, man, so we can get these injections done, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, man. Need to be more clean cut, man. We need to, man. This is how I taught you to anyway, man. Cause I need to get my homies some sponsors still. Me, on the other hand, I don't think I can get any. So,
no, but we're in a rebranding stage, so
I'm in a rebranding state still. That's true. That's true, man. You get me? Like, yeah. But man, hope everyone's all right though, man.
Yeah, we're all good, man. We're talking about, the brother Isak, man. The brother Isak saying he wants to leave now. The brother
man, like Isaac and that.
Yeah, said he wants to turn down the deal. The brother Isak saying when he comes back off of his holiday, I'm looking to have a serious conversation with Eddie Howe and tell him Liverpool is my destination. But I was going over to Sav, right? If say he's 26, 25, 26 now, say he's got 3 years left on his deal at Newcastle.
Mhm.
Is he likely to go and win more trophies at Newcastle in the next 3 years, taking him up to like 29, or likely to take himself up to 29? How many more trophies is he likely to win at Liverpool? For me, I say he's likely to win more trophies at Liverpool. Not being biased, I guess. You know what I mean? But I think he's more likely. Does he look at himself and go, I want to, I'm not going to say waste, but I am going to say waste my next 3 years at Newcastle?
Yeah.
With FFP problems, with, you know, the likes of the other teams, Chelsea being able to spend what they want, Liverpool looking like they want to be dominant and want to take over, cities can spend what they want, Arsenal trying their best to go and win their first title in like 20 odd years. Why would I waste my next 3 years at Newcastle Football Club? Why wouldn't I come to Liverpool, to a team that's built and ready to go now?
Yeah, yeah, I think, forget that I'm a Liverpool fan for a sec. I think you might be right, because he can definitely win another trophy at Newcastle. Probably like the FA Cup, maybe the League Cup again. They seem to be going in the right direction since Mike Ashley left. And sadly for them, if PSR wasn't a thing, we could all probably see them becoming the new Man City, bro. Just in the modern time of being able to spend the money and stuff like that. But sadly, it don't work like that for them. So they're always going to be held back a little bit, which means Eddie Howe's work he has to put in is a lot more. So I understand why Newcastle don't want to get rid of him, because like we're building something. Our aim is to get in Champions League. We've done that. As I said to you before, even though I think Isak's great, I still think you can replace Isak at Newcastle and continue doing what you was doing, just from the style he plays and the style they play. You get me? So I think they'll let him go. If he actually wants to go, I think they'll let him go. I think they'll want the correct money for him. And I think their biggest thing is, now that transfer window's open properly for them, they will need their replacement before they sell to Liverpool. They can't afford to like let him go and then try and get the replacement, because there's only so many strikers floating around out there. They have to look at themselves as a big club and not be like, oh, let's get a experimental striker from somewhere that we don't know. No, you need to get someone who's out there. Now, you might have to go and spend the money because they don't rate Newcastle like that. Not in a disrespectful way, but if you're from a foreign country and that, you might not rate Newcastle. But if you saw that clip of Mbappe back in the day laughing at Newcastle, he was on Football Manager. He didn't know what it was, and he was just laughing. He's like, I won the league with Newcastle. Griezmann said, and he was like, "What? Newcastle? Who's new? What's?" It's funny that he said that, because Newcastle went and battered PSG while he was in the team and won 4-0. But so I think that there is a period where Newcastle will get to. It's a bit much for Isak to wait and find out, but he could possibly wait one more year. He might want to wait one. He could wait one more year, and it wouldn't harm him.
Sav, if he waits though, Sav, all right. Okay, in your opinion, who's out there, right? Okay, in the next year, who's going to be needing a striker, in your opinion?
Barcelona.
Barca.
I don't know. I think they would have sorted that, you know. But before that, I reckon they would. I reckon they're going to either sort it this season or January.
Well, I think you're not good enough to play without one. But that's my point. Because you're good enough to play without one, means that you could try it without one, and then still go, oh, you know what, we should probably buy one now. Like, for example, PSG don't need a striker. But if the opportunity presents itself and they're like, you know what, let's just shore stuff up here and get a striker, bro. They could do that. So the thing is, I do agree with what you're saying. But just from his point of view, 3 years left on your contract, one next year ain't going to harm him. It does seem like the right time to move, though. I do understand, like, this could be the right time to move for you. So it's one of them. It's hard to tell, like, ambition-wise, how he is and how he feels about certain things. And if he's as good as everyone's saying he is, remember, people had their doubts about him not so long ago. So if he's as good as everyone says he is, then he'll still have a club available to who will pay the money for him next season.
It won't even be like a club not being there that will pay the money. It's just like maybe they don't need him. Even then, he'll be up for, you know, one of those ones. You're now available, but everyone's sorted now. Everyone's got the new latest striker. Everyone's got someone that they didn't think maybe have a breakout season, so then they opt to sign him because maybe the manager goes, I prefer his skill sets to your skill set. So I feel like this, for me, I just feel this is the right moment for him to make the move. And I think if he doesn't make the move now, only speculating, which is my opinion, I think he not fall off a cliff because he's a talented player, but I think he'll nosedive slightly, because unless Newcastle are looking to, like, they figured out a way to be able to spend 300-400 million in every window, I don't see how they improve the team. I don't see how.
Okay, what about this then for both of you two? Just answer honestly. Would you feel the same if you wasn't a Liverpool fan?
I'm gonna be biased. Probably.
What about Newcastle?
No, about Isak. So, like, Ender's saying, I feel like it's the right time. He should move on now. But if you wasn't a Liverpool fan and you just knew that Isak was at Newcastle, would the passion be there for, like, he needs to move on because he ain't really been there that long? You know, like some people have been at clubs for time.
3 seasons or something like that.
Yeah, it's not a stupid amount of time. You know, we've had players like Son who have been at Tottenham forever, or Kane who was there forever, and you're like, brother, come on, man. At this point, I remember Kane didn't even win a trophy at Spurs. Isak's won one trophy in 3 seasons when Newcastle don't win anything, and they've been in the Champions League twice in that time. So for him, there is progression there with Newcastle, but of course, not only Liverpool's a massive club with or without, so you probably might just want to play for Liverpool anyway. Or I don't know what Isak's favorite Premier League club is. Probably Arsenal or someone like that. So who knows? But I'm just saying, like, I understand from both points of view. But if he's going to come back and have a conversation with Eddie Howe's a reasonable guy, and he's going to want people who want to be on course with what he wants to do. I don't think Newcastle's at a point though where they feel like they should owe Isak anything though. Like, you got us this. Nah. Their whole team got them that, bro. Like, they all work in unison. It's not like a one-person team. So, yeah, man. But like I said, I actually believe Isak will come to Liverpool, and I believe that if these players wanted to go to Newcastle, I reckon Gyökeres could go to Newcastle, and they could just act exactly the same.
True.
I don't think it will change them at all. It might be better. In fact, it might be better. So, I don't really mind, bro. I don't really mind.
What are you thinking, MG, man? Yeah, go on. Sorry, bro.
No, I was gonna say, like, Pops just said something there about it's like Savage said as well. It's the 3-year deal, isn't it? Like, it gives Newcastle time to think more than anything else.
Yep.
Like, they're not in a rush to sell him. They don't have to sell him. Like, if I'm being honest, in terms of a business wise, they could wait until next season. They'd be far better off to have him now anyway, and then sell him. And you could probably still, and you will definitely, unless he does take a mad nosedive, bro, you can get 100 million, like, calm. You know what I'm saying? Calm for someone like Isak. Like, next season with 2 years left, you'd be like, yeah, 100 mil, we'll sell you now. Then we can start to potentially rebuild. Maybe if we get Champions League again this season, that's more money for us, to spend. So on top of the money we will have next season, we can also sell Isak for 100 mil, get the players in, boom, bam, bim. And then you just kind of take it from there. But obviously from an Isak point of view, I don't know how old he is, but yeah, he might look at it and think, you know what, maybe now is the perfect time to move to a team like Liverpool.
I think he's 25.
25.
I think so.
20. Yeah. So this could be the right time.
Man, like, it literally could be Usla. I'm not even joking. Every time I see Robert play for Usla, he's obviously old. He's one of the best ever to do it. But I'm like, yeah, like, he could end up there, bro. Or he could end up at Bayern Munich when Kane's done.
There's also that to think about as well. So there's still clubs who need strikers really and truly come next season. I don't know. Like I said, this one is a.
And then what other teams are left in the thingy as well? The Club World Cup. Whoever wins is going to get 100 mil, bro.
Oh yeah, for real.
Oh, we do know that's not going to be City.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah. And Rodri's injured. Rodri's injured as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he picked up a knot.
He got it.
What did I tell, man, bro? Trying to rust the road. Them ACL's coming back. You can't just be out here just bearing competitive games that quick, bro. You have to just 20 minutes here, a little half. And remember, I was treating Virgil, bro, like the special kid. This little 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
I have to say this, bro. I remember, like, mid-season. You know when Ronaldo first went Saudi, they kept putting all the Sky Sports games on Saudi on YouTube for free and all that. And I was watching them in it. Now, the meaty Saudi clubs are not very good because the difference in money is massive between. So Gerrard had one of the media clubs in it, so the money was mad. I get it, everyone's laughing at Gerrard and that, but I'm like, yeah, if you was in that league and you realize what was going on, you realize why he's struggling, bro. It's not, you know what I mean? He had like 700 people turning up to them games, bro. The better teams though actually can play football, bro. And I was telling man this, and that's why obviously man wanted to laugh at that, bro. But when the Real Madrid game was on, I was like, "Oh, you've never watched this team play before, already? I watched this team play before." When you see them bopping the ball around like that, I'm like, "That's what they do, bro." And that was the same team that knocked out Man City, bro. I told man, bear, any man who can run in Saudi heat, bro, you've got problems, bro.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna bother them. These men run in the desert daily.
That's why they got the upper advantage, bro, because everyone's there having the water break. They're like, oh, you man need the water. All right, we'll go and have one as well then, I guess. But we're all right. We don't need it.
Yeah,
they got
Man City tried to win that tournament so they can pay off their fine in it when they get found guilty. Now it's a long day now.
Can't pay off that. Do you think it would have been about 100 M's at least?
Yeah, my bro, they need to run back, sell one of them players, bro. Get a refund on one of them players you just got, bro. You know what I mean? You want to? You can give us Shirky if you want. Still, you still got time, blood. 14 days money back guarantee, bro. Just give us Shirky, blood. Stop playing, bro.
All right, one sec. We change the layout. 2 seconds, lads. Let's get the man them back in the building. Boom, boom. Let's get it back, man. But yeah, now listen. Let's move that because I know I'm going to bring up some comments from the peeps. Listen, man, we'll go and clean up the league. You know, once this brother just comes back from his holiday. I think once he's back from his holiday and he starts telling them, "Yo, yeah, I'm going to Liverpool because it's a bigger club." To be honest, guys, much bigger club. Yes. You know what I mean? We're global. You go anywhere in the world, they turn up. We sell out stadiums, even the biggest stadiums in the world. So why we here put pressure on these man?
Newcastle's thingy, innit? Newcastle other owners left, didn't they?
Which ones?
So when they got the money, part of the deal was like they had the Saudi conglomerate, but then within that they had Mamadashvili. Remember the white thing? And
yeah.
They're not there anymore. They're gone.
Oh, they left because you used to watch the thing, innit?
All right, Ends. All right. You don't have to explain.
No, but
all right, Ends. All right.
He's a football purist.
Ends. All right, bro.
Savage.
But they left
Newcastle. I'll tell you that much.
You know, Ed used to give me stick all the time. Anytime I mention Eddie Howe to Ed's like, blood, just stop, man. Leave it. I told you he was a good manager, bro. You can at least admit that to me now, innit, bro? Man, just costing me every time I mention him.
He's
no, because you tried to put him to us, bro. You was
no, I didn't, bro. Ed was trying to do the snobby thing, innit? So basically, what happened is, bare people, as soon as the money came in, they did what they always do to go. Yes, obviously, next season they get rid of Eddie Howe because they need to move on and bigger and better thing. That's all everyone kept saying because that's what happened with Man City with Marc Hughes on it. There's like, yeah, Marc Hughes for now, but we have to move on. I'm like, bruv, stop being a snob, bruv. Just let him do his job. He's got them to the Champions League twice and the trophy in that time, bro. That's actually for Newcastle. That's really good.
No, he's definitely overexceeded, man.
I reckon we did the charity thing to them, though.
What do you mean?
I think big up to the chat, by the way. I will say about what I just said, but big up to the chat, big up to Scottish Bear dealing with the likes and stuff. Guys, there's nearly 300 of you in the building and we're on 68 likes. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all, man. I'd appreciate if you guys just took a second and just click the like button. If you're enjoying the stream, if you're not, put a thumbs down. It is what it is.
How many people you said watching?
Nearly 300.
And how many likes you got?
68.
Diabolical, man.
That's got to be.
I don't want to wish bad stuff on anyone's mum's feet, but I will.
83 now, guys. We can hit at least 100 likes by now. I would appreciate if we can, at least. And if we say something that triggers you, just hit the thumbs down. Either way, we don't mind. It is what it is, as long as you stay engaging. But yeah, listen, man. We don't want meaty managers and meaty players at our football club no more. I am a snob now, bro. We've got Florian Wirtz. We're getting bad boy players.
What are you talking about? I didn't say for him to join Liverpool.
No, I just felt like when you were selling him at the time.
You was doing the thing where you like, obviously Newcastle should get rid of him straight away. You like they should get rid of him now. He's been good.
Nah, and then we gave them the charity cup as well, man. We literally gave them that. Let's be honest, bro. Liverpool's out.
Nah, we didn't.
No, we did.
Stop it, bro. We got punched up.
No, we did.
We got punched up, bro.
No, we punched them up the game before, and then we was like, let's.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. we got punched up that much that might be the worst final I've seen, bro.
Oh, in terms of performance, like in a long
Yeah.
time.
Obviously, when we lost to Thingy Sevilla in the Europa League final, we were good in the first half, and then we got thumped up second half. This game, we just got thumped up all game, bro.
It was match fixing. That's why, bro.
Nah, bro. Don't even Isak did that to us, bro. That means it's not.
No, but that's his celebration, bro. That's his.
He's done that to us twice now. You know that, innit? When his debut game, when he scored against us. That was his debut, innit, for Newcastle.
His debut game, yeah.
Yeah, he scored twice against us. One got chalked off. And then Virgil and that just didn't realise, and he did the same thing again. And he did that to us then, bro. Yeah, so this geezer's taking the piss.
But that game was peak, though. Like, that performance in that game, I remember I looked at him, I was like, nah, this Isak brother is cold.
Nah, it's cold, and we needed Thingy in it. Like, Carvalho scored in the 98th minute because they were time wasting. So I'm saying, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie, I'd love to see him do that at Anfield in the red shirt, bro. That'd be my guy, bro. But
okay, will he? All right. Would you moan at him if he doesn't do it? And say he joins, when he joins? Newcastle's what, a second game?
He's not going to do it to Newcastle.
No.
Why not? Stop it, man. Stop it, bro.
Bro, that's just silly. But that's just silly.
How is that silly? Sav, no. Where's my gavel? I swear I had one. No, Sav, you told me you want characters in football.
I do, bro.
The most character moment. If man
goes,
it's
the most scumbaggy moment, but it's not like.
But that's what he said you want.
No, I do. That's true. He's got character in it. He has got character, bro. But I'm just saying, bro. Like, he don't need to do that to Newcastle, bro. There's no bad blood there at all. It's not like a lot of the other players. The reason why I get pissed off is if the club got rid of a player or done whatever, and then you're talking about you don't want to celebrate, bro. They got rid of you, bro.
Yeah, same thing. They're trying to sell him. They're not
trying to sell him. We're trying to.
No, but they're not trying to sell him. Though. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not trying to sell. They would love a summer. He can't come in first game G and not do it. G, he can't come in and score. No. First game he can, but our first game is against. I'm sure it's not against Newcastle.
No, it's Bournemouth, but Newcastle's our second game.
Oh, yeah. So even if he scored against, I can't like, as in, I don't need you to be disrespectful. Like, I don't have beef with Newcastle.
Why?
Like, I don't need all of that.
How's that disrespectful?
You don't need it.
Why don't we need it?
No. Why? Okay. Why do we?
All I'm saying is, if Trent scores a free kick against us, man ain't trying to see Trent do this to us.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, it starts getting disrespectful now. All of a sudden,
he'll get rushed, bro.
Yeah, he'll get rushed.
And at Newcastle, he'll get rushed. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you at St James's, they'll get punched up, bro.
Nah, bro.
Come on, bro.
That's not
every time. He won't want to sit next to, you know, like when the players are sitting in the dugout. Yeah, he's not trying to sit too close to the fans or anything like that.
Yeah. And you know, Isak's the only black youth in the whole stadium as well, bro. Every time I've been St James's, I'm the only black youth in the whole stadium, bro. So I'm just saying, he's the only black youth there. Nah, it's facts, bro. The worst one is when I went Stadium of Light, bro. There was not a darkie in sight, bro. It's just me, bro. So stood out like a Dalmatian and that. But it's hey. Yeah. Big up Newcastle though. Love that place. Got all the things down there. Little why I man? Nowhere, man. Poopa Scooper Radio. All that, bro. Anton Deck and that, bro. Yeah, man.
We love it. We can't do but we have to not swindle them. We just have to go and take what we want, bro. Isn't that the world we believe? You take what you want.
What's happened to you, bro?
I don't know.
but the thing is, no. That world is calm. Liverpool don't play at that, like, in that level of that world. Like, we remember we do things. They're nicey, and all of this at Biker Grove. But you know. But
no,
yeah,
you're
like,
right.
We're nice. We're good. No. I'm not. The thing is, I'm not saying I don't want him. I'm not saying try everything. All I'm saying is Liverpool don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We move in a different way. We're nice people.
That's the old Liverpool. See, I'm doing it.
That's the old thing. That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's the old Liverpool, bro. The new Liverpool is taking what they want,
bro. You know, but you know how you know it's
trying to shut up Florian versus ours.
No, but that's the point. That look at even the way that we did the whole deal. Take our time. No, it's okay. We'll give you a bid. Okay, no, don't worry. Come back. All of that nicey stuff. Speak to man's parents, his girlfriend. Forget all of that. That's what Liverpool do.
Ends one's violence, bro. We're cuddlers, bro. Ends one's violence.
We're cuddlers.
I'll tell you how bad it is, bro. When it's all said and done, because I know I haven't spoken like the Hughes and all that in it, because I don't give a shit about them in it. Everyone who's telling me praise them, I don't care. Well done for doing your job. Because no, because I didn't realize why everyone's gassing over certain things. But every person that we've brought so far, we paid the money that the club asked for. So We didn't do anything. We didn't. Do you hear what I'm saying? We didn't do anything, bro.
Yeah,
If you try and sell me some
down.
if you and G try to sell me Jordans for you try and sell me Jordans for 120, and he tries to sell me Jordans for 150, and I'm moving like, yo, we need to do this. I'm doing haggling, and then in the end, I still buy them for the same price. I didn't do any bad man. I can't tell the man them I had to boy up G and ends. Get haggle man down to price. I paid the price you told me to pay, bro.
You end up paying the price. I don't know. We could have just the conversation in between.
Don't get me wrong. Like I don't mind what the Hughes and all that, bro. But all I'm saying, I think I'll be honest, bro. I got a vendetta against Hughes anyway from way back when, but it's not a point. At the end of the day, bro, that's their job, innit? The cool part of your job when I'll be like, that's cold, is if man was like 150, you got him for 90 mil. I'm like, rotted, that's cold. And then you spent the other 60 mil and then brought someone else. But when man was one whatever and you got him for one whatever, so you just paid the money, bro. What?
All right, guys. If it doesn't work out for some of you non-believers in the chat, if it doesn't work out, and maybe there's non-believers in the panel, if it doesn't work out, who would you guys like to take off of this list? Because Liverpool are after all of them, based on Fabrizio, based on you know the guy's lover, Einstein. All of these men are saying Liverpool are definitely after a number 9, and they're in contact with all of these. So if Isak isn't the one, who's the next? I'd love to know, chat as well. Who's the next one?
Osherman.
I ain't gonna lie, brother. This sounds crazy, but I think Osherman's the best striker there, bro.
That's not even crazy.
No, it's crazy. No, I'm joking. It ain't crazy, but because I feel like I'm gonna end up dissing Osherman, and I actually like Osherman as well, but I just prefer Isak. Most people are saying Osherman.
Yeah. I'd say Osherman is the like, if you had to pick and Isak was taken away, he's the better, like far better than Ekitike. So you just rather go with Osherman. But Ekitike, I don't know, man. He might, maybe in like 3 years, he might be the guy in it. Like he might actually be a dope player. So
you want to ask me the other question? Ekitike and Osherman or Isak? Ask me.
Savage, if it was down to you, would you rather
Isak stay in your yard, bro? Yeah, stay in Geordie land, bro. Run me the other two, you mad, bro? Yeah.
That's true. You know, if you could get both of them, if they said, "Yo, both of them," yeah, I would take both over Isak. I'm not that. That would be crazy not to take both of them.
Ekitike is techier than Isak. That's a fact. We know that.
Chat, do you believe that?
Don't lie to yourself, man. He's more techier
Who's
than
more
Isak.
techier, Isak or Ekitike? I would love to know. I don't know.
Isak's got the dangly Matic dribble, bruv. It's cold. It's intricate and that, but trust me, Hugo's got the
Maybe
put it this way, bruv. Man ain't never seen Isak on no Nike advert doing no moves, bruv.
Is he sponsored by Nike?
He's not Adidas, bruv, but you didn't need to do that, G. Now I gotta be logical. Oh, you never seen him on
Adidas. I have not seen him on anything. As in, I don't even know what his boots are. Like,
I'm just saying, bro. He's got like, man. He's got Ribena tech on it, bro. You see him just doing a one kick up or something. Now they got Jude just doing up a step over on the Lucas head advert. That's what you get from them, man, bro.
They got one skill, bro.
Just one step over, bro. But yeah, Ekitike, bro. Man.
Maybe he is. I
do like all these players, though. But I'm just saying, I don't know all the when I mean I don't pay attention online, I really don't pay attention. So, can you just tell me what the price is for all of these? The quote unquote price meant to be
under 100 for Ekitike and 65.
What the fuck does that mean? Under 100 is 99 million.
For fuck's sake! All right, Sav. They was quoted for 100. But I believe teams can get him for under 100. I don't know what under 100 price is, whatever that is. But Osherman, 65 to 70 M's.
I feel like Osherman just represents a better deal, bro. I can't even lie, bro. Like,
and Isak's what they're looking for 150 on it.
120, 130, 150, yeah.
If man them can listen, because I don't get gassed of this. When people go in at a price, the reason why they set the price high because they know you're gonna try to haggle them down in it. So they've already got a price in their mind. So the likelihood is you probably can get Isak for 120. You can probably get Ekatike for like 65. And you probably get Osimhen for about the same or 70, bro. I'm taking both of them over Isak, bro. And I want Liverpool to do that. In fact, right now, Liverpool do that. But obviously, if Isak comes to Liverpool, delete the stream and I'm buying an Isak shirt. But you get my point.
Yeah, just delete the stream.
Because when I feel like and like not only attackers, but the versatility of Ekatike as well, I'm thinking already, you get me, especially if we're trying to sell certain players as well. Brother, run me both of them players, bro.
Yeah. No, Pops, I hear about the wages, but I heard wages for Liverpool never signed a player like Florian Wirtz because of wages. I've heard the wait like they don't exist. It don't exist no more, bro. I don't like. I think
so. Basically, you should probably thank Trent, innit? Cause Trent never won. You ain't getting no Wirtz, bro. But Trent needs know that much.
He's saying the club wanted to make a point
because Trent would have went up he would have went and got more wages. Trent once Salah and Virgil went up, Trent would have got himself way more. If Trent stayed at Liverpool, he would have been the highest paid player because them men are getting older. So he'd just be like, nah, pay me what they're getting or more.
Mm.
So basically, yeah, I mean,
we're not going to do that.
Trent crawled so Wirtz could run, bro. Should thank him, really.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that, but let's talk about Marc Guehi, man. We're waiting now, bro. Positive talks, everything lined up. He is going to be a Liverpool player. And he turned down Arsenal for you Arsenal fans potentially watching. Turned you man down as well. Said don't want to go to you, man, because you man ain't good enough for his levels. He wants to go and win Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. So you're going to have to hold that. But 24 years of age. And I wanted to go and check his stats, by the way, man, because I keep seeing online. Ibu's still getting cooked, by the way. It's not finished. They keep getting onto him. So I wanted to go and compare, not because I want to see who's better and who's not. I just want to see what he will bring to the team once he joins. So I don't want to see who's better or not, but I wanted to compare some of the stats. What's a standout stat you guys need to see if there's something you're looking for in particular for him as a player? I'd love to know from the chat as well. Doesn't have to be low, just one, maybe two, if that. What do you need to see from him from a stat standpoint to match up with a Virgil and an Ibu for you to go, okay, now that's good?
Well, it ain't going to be aerial duels, so there's no point me seeing that because Virgil and Konate have the best aerial duels. I need to see his passing accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see his ground duels.
Mm.
Yeah, they're the main ones, really. They're the main ones. I mean, I know enough from watching him, but if you're going to compare stats, then that would be the one because there's some stats that you can't really pick up on. But it's passing. The way we play, his passing accuracy is that's what we need, isn't it? Because like I said to when G mentioned, he's mentioned the right thing about to the Liverpool fan base and that, bro. Like, and I agree. Like, I love Konate. I do. I don't want him to go anywhere. But to start bringing down Konate just because we're linked to somebody else, or just because he hasn't signed a contract yet, is kind of crazy. Considering that you was all saying that he's world class, and I'm just saying like it doesn't make sense. You can't think he's world class and then think this same thing about him. Now I think that the levels ain't far because I think that playing that's the Virgil brings up everyone's level. And I've seen Konate without Virgil, but I still think Konate is a little bit better than Guehi. The only thing I don't know about Guehi yet, which is not his fault, is does he have world class performances in him? So Konate's problem is usually you spot those little like them inconsistencies in games where you think you shouldn't because it's a concentration thing. But I've seen him in the biggest of games shut up shop. Like in fact, when you give me a big game for Konate, I don't remember any problems in the big games and against the big teams. It's always against some Premier League team, Leeds or somebody. You know what I mean? Like it's just some random game. Guehi, I've just seen him against all the Prem teams. That's pretty much it. And then I saw him for England, which I was impressed with him for England in the Euros. I know everyone keeps doing this thing where they're like, oh, but the pressure of Liverpool. It's a thing, yeah, but people are exaggerating that, bro. Like they're making it in the Prem. If you're talking about Champions League, that's different. But in the Prem, there's pressure for either team, bro. What are you talking about? Pressure for Palace to stay in the league, bro.
Yeah, literally, bro.
All right, let me shift it.
I'm with Savage. I'm with Savage.
Go on, G. So go on. Sorry, what was you gonna say?
No, like literally, I was just agreeing with Savage, man. Like said it perfectly. There isn't really many stats. Like I don't know. Like I wouldn't because I'm not looking at him comparing really because I'm like I don't feel like he's that far off Konate anyway, just by watching him. So I'm like, yeah, like I mean, they're both good centre backs. But yeah, we haven't seen Guehi at this. It's a bit like the Declan Rice thing. Like you could say he was sick at West Ham all you want, but until we see man Champions League semi-finals or quarter-finals or whatever doing what he did, man can't put him in the conversations. That's just silly. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, same with Amrabat as well, isn't it, G? Same with Amrabat.
Same with Amrabat. But yeah, same with Guehi, man. Same thing with him. Like once we see him in these kind of pressure, can he go 6 games in a row for Liverpool against Leeds United? But then you've got to concentrate against Man City the next game, and then you've got Newcastle the game after that. So another tricky game, Brighton away. All of a sudden, Champions League midweek. Can he do all of that? That's all I really want to know. So yeah.
The thing you get from him is that the calmness he has. It's not like a forced calmness. It's really like just knows what he's doing on it. But that's why I said I don't want to get rid of Konate, because there's games where it requires. I require you to crash it on the shoot today, bro. I don't require the calmness, bro. Because if you let man turn on you, we see calmness from this is the thing about people bring Konate down. Virgil's the best centre back in the world for me. It's not even close yet. And I see Virgil make mistakes bare times, bro. Or be too relaxed and then let man just run past him. And then or kick the ball off man and then own goal and that. So I've seen enough stuff, man. So I don't all of a sudden everyone acting like Konate's not allowed to make mistakes as a defender. That happens, bro. It's football, innit? But I actually think that they might, because they were looking at centre back anyway, innit? That's why it was linked to Howson and that. And then the season before it was linked to Lenny Euro. So I don't know if they're still going to try and buy a young centre back, even though Guehi is young. He's 24.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Or is he? People might have this all wrong, but he might be brought in for Virgil, bro. Seriously, Virgil just on how much? What's Virgil's next? His contract just had 2 years or 3
years, just 2.
See what I'm saying? So he's going to be 20. He'll be 26, going on to 27 when Virgil's contract's over, bro. It's not really a bad thing. Virgil. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, bro. He could be for Virgil.
Big up to Matt in the building. Big up, bro. Big up to Scott.
Man, like Goldust and that. Matt, I hear it still.
No, I ain't even do it. That's so zesty.
Do it. Do it.
No, I ain't gonna do it.
Do the Goldust thing, man.
No, I was so zesty if I did. Guys, like target 250. Come on, man. Let's get there. Nearly 400 in the building. Let's see if we can get that. Would appreciate it. Let's shift it. Get there. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Comparison time, lads. Not comparison, I'm joking. Just have a quick look and see. Big up to Matt once again. All right, let's go and have a little scroll through people. So I see some of the guys in the chat, and the lady said, now passing, ball recovery, stuff like that. You want to see, you guys said passing as well. So let's have a look. So we got Virgil, Konate, and then we've got Marc Guehi at the end. In terms of games, pretty much similar. Goals, that's what we know he offers. We only got 1 in the Prem. And the reason why I put right foot and left foot, I just want to see how comfortable that player is, because we don't get enough goals from our centre-backs at times, but I want to see how comfortable they are. If it drops in the box, if it lands on your left, are you just shanking it over the post or are you putting it in the top corner? Do you know what I mean? Conversion rate, 33%, 12 from Virgil and 6% from Konate. So, you trust Marc Guehi. If the ball lands to him in the box, he'll potentially score. Did I do it per 90? Let's do it per 90 because I know that's you guys' favorite one. Let's go to pass completion, pass accuracy, 84%, 91 and 90. So Virgil and Konate's passing is better than Marc Guehi's passing. So that's
I expected it, but I wanted to see the difference because obviously the way we play, not making any excuses, but the way we play compared to the way their play is a little bit different on it. But I was thinking that it might be like that. That's good though.
But 84 is good though. Yeah, 84.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Anything lower than like thinking, but that's good.
Then we look at long pass because obviously we like the Virgil, switch to Mo. Virgil is 55% long pass accuracy. Konate is 36. Marc Guehi is 45. So his long passing is better than Konate's, and close to Virgil's. And then I wanted to see like forward passes as well because a lot's been said about how we want to play, right, and how we expect our team to go and play next season. Too many side to side, too many backwards. Let's move the ball forward, progressive passes within our team, right? So Virgil's got 26, but, averages out. Konate's is 21, and then Marc Guehi's is 20. So it's not much difference between these two, but Virgil plays a lot more progressive passes than the other two, to be fair.
Mhm.
And then we look at backwards passes. Virgil obviously doesn't like to pass it backwards. Konate does, and so does, you say, Marc Guehi. And obviously we take with a pinch of salt. Obviously the difference in style you mentioned, Sav, how we play compared to Palace. But clearly see like Virgil do not like passing the ball backwards.
Yeah, Virgil does the side thing or he gives it to Rob.
It too much, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, nice, mad. And then Jules contested. Virgil does less of the work though. 7.3 averages out for Konate, but 8.4. But obviously we take that with a pinch of salt because he's obviously playing for Palace. But at the same time, if he comes and say he's partnering Virgil for a game, it's probably going to be the same because people are less likely to go and try and compete against Virgil. They normally go and pick on his teammate. Tackles made, Marc Guehi's tackling more than say Virgil and Ibu is per game. I put this one in like last man tackles made, but none of them had to do that, so that's pretty good to be fair. Take-ons completed, so on the ball, how good are they on the ball? If they have to just drop a shoulder and go by someone, Virgil doesn't really do it, Ibu doesn't really do it, but their percentage is 60%, but Marc Guehi's out in front with 85%. And I saw a clip on Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw it when he just picked up the ball, turned, dropped 2 shoulders, and then ended up near the box. The opposition.
Yeah, he'll just shift it sometimes, bro.
Literally, he's good, man. He's good.
Fouls 1, that's fine. And then this is the part now we wanted to see, right? The aerial duel stuff.
What's fouls 1? Who's the highest? Gray.
Him and yeah.
And Konate is the lowest. That's interesting. Is it?
No, Van Dijk.
Van Dijk's the lowest.
Who's number 1?
Oh, fouls 1. So the fouls is the one what they've give away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say because I expected Konate to be higher than everyone's.
To be fair though, like it averages out. Marc Guehi doesn't really give away fouls, but you need someone to give away fouls. You can't be too 99.
That's people's most problem with Konate though. I think because the mistakes are actually way further between than everyone actually thinks. It's just that people highlight them more because you just think of them in it. But with him, it's the not being able to to master his body weight almost, bro. Because he's always giving fouls away. And then he's always and the thing is, I know he's not doing it on purpose. That's why you always look shocked because it's like, yo, I'm just bigger than you and that, bro. That's why it's always with Konate. And then people get frustrated depending on how the game's going. Oh, Konate again, giving a free kick away again. That's one of his things, isn't it? Because he's always on the front foot. It's like even his aerial duels and that, he's great at them. Every now and again, though, he'll run past flipping Gravenberch to get there. And we're like, brother, you don't need to. You've seen him do it and get caught out before, and then the ball's in behind them, and it's over with.
All right.
So that's I mean, it's always in the pursuit of helping the team. So it's not like he's trying to be a dickhead. But sometimes it's like, yo, you're being a bit hasty, bro. Like, relax, bro. Whereas Virgil's thing is normally the reason why it always looks like Virgil doesn't have much tackles and that stuff on his stats because he doesn't need to. His thing is like, I'm making the tackle when I need to make the tackle, bro. Otherwise, I'm shuffling you out for a throw-in or something. Whereas Ibu just sees the ball and is like, as long as I get through to the ball, and that's why Ibu would have been way better in the 90s, bro, because it wouldn't have been a foul. Because I don't think these things are foul, but the rules are the rules, innit? So,
all right, then we look at aerial duel contested, right? We know Virgil. To be fair, I thought it would be more Konate that deals with a lot more the aerial duels, than say Virgil, because I thought they would normally try and, but then at the same time. They're like, probably I don't want to try and duel Konate in the air because he just wants to, he wants to run through and win the ball, where they're like, Virgil will be a bit more neater with it and tidier with it kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
also,
looking at
I also think you got to remember, like, you see, like, Van Dijk plays on the left-hand side of our team, right?
Our team,
yeah.
Mbeumo, Saka, whoever else in the Premier League, like, most of the good wingers anyway are kind of on that side anyway, like the majority. So I can probably, that would make sense because he would have more work to do because they're trying to get, balls in, but Robertson, because Robertson will be seen as a weakling, not in the pace ain't really there and stuff like that. So that ball over the top, I feel like, it makes sense that these two, that Van Dijk would actually be more because the reality is how many left wingers on Konate's right side are there? How many of those are really that good? You've just got bare pace merchants. like bare man, like Martinelli, bare rapid man. That's it. So they're not going to play the ball over the top into the air and stuff like that. And then of course with the aerial duels, I feel like it would be in your head. You think, yeah, I mean, it's Konate and Van Dijk in it. They're both big brothers. Like you just pick the one that you think maybe I can even just win a second ball here, take Van Dijk out of the game, because if I can do something in this area, Van Dijk's out of the game now. Now it's just the gap between him and Konate, as we've seen in the season. Bro, look at the gap that we always see between Van Dijk and Konate. Is mad, always massive. I'm like, bro, like, where's the communication at? Why? Let's take Van Dijk out of the game. That causes the fracas, and then that man can just, I mean, cut through.
And then I look at here, right, the aerial duel success, 72%, 70, and then Marc Guehi's down there with 53%. So that's where, that's the weakness area, isn't it? In terms of him winning those aerial duels.
Do we contest that many aerial duels, though? Like, is this a problem for you, man? Like,
and I'll go
do you, man, see this and think it's a problem?
Well, let me
I don't think it's a problem, because usually it's from goal kicks. I think in the game, there's only really games like, see, like Newcastle and Nottingham and that. They're the games where it matters to me, because they're the ones where they try to bully you a little bit. They even try to bully Virgil in them games, and that they don't really mind. But most games, nah, it's not that.
So look, just to give you the number, 165 and 106 and 128, just for a numbers standpoint. That's how many they've contested this season.
Oh, it's not that bad.
So do we contest a lot? You say
because the one where it says aerial duels 1, it's a 6 difference between Guehi and Virgil. I think it's Guehi and Virgil. See,
so Guehi's at the end, Virgil's at the end. So Virgil this side, Guehi that side.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
All right, let's go to
the only reason I even asked was just because I know I see bare people in the chat and bare people to keep mentioning this aerial thing, and in my head I'm like, oh, that's a problem. Like I didn't know it was a problem. Like in my head I fully didn't know it was this much of an issue. Not saying you're saying it's an issue, but bare people keep mentioning it like, yo, these aerial duels ain't that great. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Like I don't know, like, is that bad? Like I don't need it to be great. Like I couldn't really care less, because he's still good without having the
especially with I think where the issue might come in, is probably set pieces, and a lot of teams get joy a lot of times against us, you'd say, over the years from a set piece if we're not concentrated, from corners, and like, you know, when you're delivering the free kick, when you get those angles and you can put it down the corridor, those ones I think where Ibu comes in vital and Virgil comes in vital, because they clean up some of those.
No, but it's just what you just said though, like. Even with Ibu and Virgil, we're still kind of dead at corners, both sides, like going forward.
I know, defending. But at least we have the possibility. What you now don't want to do is make that even worse. We already think it's not where it needs to be, but now think about it. We go and go, that's all right. We'll just make it worse, bro. Fine.
Obviously, man taller than him as well, isn't it? Virgil and Konate, they're
taller than him. Let's look at the ground duels then. So on a ground duels standpoint, he's the best.
Makes sense.
He's the best when it comes to 1v1 defending. He is the best at doing it. So Virgil, to be fair, Virgil probably because no one wants to compete against him. Ibu normally has to do the work, and then obviously he's on, and then Guehi's on 4.6. Obviously he plays for Palace, so you'd expect him to have a higher one. But his percentage is where I like as well. 63% compared to Virgil 62. And Konate is 61. So not only he has to do more, he still wins more. Virgil does less, so you'd expect him to win most of his, if not all of them. Should still be higher, because you only have to concentrate on the couple that you have to do.
It is really close though, isn't it, in numbers?
Then I put in clearances, which are not far off each other as well. Virgil's out in front. Interceptions as well, just see how well you read the game. Virgil obviously does it the best. Marc Guehi slightly better than Konate in this aspect. Block shots, so in terms of how much they want to defend, so it's not far apart, to be fair. Clean sheets are pretty much on the same. And I added cards just to see how rash they are in terms of how likely is he to pick up cards and stuff like that between the game. Yellow cards, none of them pick up a red card. And then I added ball recoveries. Someone mentioned it in the chat. And Marc Guehi's out in front as well with that. So his ground duels are very good, and his ball recoveries are really good as well. It's just the aerial side is where he lacks. So he have 50%, just over 50%.
Yeah, how much is he going to cost roughly?
Let's say 40 to 45 M's.
For a defender of that price, like
Yeah.
Marc Guehi is like I said, for Liverpool's perspective, it's a brilliant deal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get this quality centre back, like this level of centre back for 45 M's, bro. You'll do that calm. You'll do that. So, bro, they just sold Jarell Kwanzaa for like 30 mil. Like, there's a level between Jarell Kwanzaa and Marc Guehi. I could tell you that for free. You know what I'm saying? And it's more than 15 mil. So in my head, I'm like, rah, if you can get this level now for Liverpool, 100%. Obviously, it just depends on what he wants to do. But yeah, for Liverpool, bro, you run it. Like, you can just have him there. Like, we talk about Konate, Virgil, Savage said it could be a replacement for him. And then Liverpool get maybe another younger centre, whatever. You might as well just bring him in then. You might as well bring in that. Him coming has never been my issue. It's just more, does he want to play second fiddle? But yo, if Slot says, nah, we're gonna rotate, then you're good. Yeah, I mean, you're actually good.
All right, big up, man. As long, guys, if you haven't liked the video yet, please consider doing so. We're close to that 200 mark. You know, Scottish Bear set 250 mark for likes, to see if we can get to that before the end of the stream. Obviously, with Palace about to get their man to come into the club, it just makes it easier now for us to get Marc Guehi, doesn't it? Would you have preferred him over Marc Guehi?
No.
I know, I swear, Matt, this is Matt's guy, isn't it? This is Matt. Let me know. You're in the chat. Is this your guy? This is the guy you was telling us about, innit? Diamande and then Monday to come in.
You know why this shit's so funny? Because I made that comment before and I said, man, them like Diamande always start floating around and end up at like Nottingham or Palace. And look. Because I remember the same thing was like with Seng. You remember when Sengara was running around and Liverpool wanted to sign him and that? And I said he's going to end up at
Liverpool. And I was like, yeah,
bro, but they always end up at like Fulham, Palace, Nottingham. Like, so he's good as well, man. Obviously, the line about his age and that his passport's fake, but he's good.
No, he's saying he's not his age.
Bruv, he's not his age, bro. You lot don't fall for that shit, bro. This man is 43 years old, bro.
I'd say he's like early 30s.
Bro.
Can you guys in the chat just listen to how stereotypical both Ends and Savage sound right now?
You telling me this ain't Onk, bro? He's Onk for me, bro.
To the next segment,
this is Onk for me, bro.
I don't want to partake. I'm not involved. I don't want to partake.
He's not allowed, bro. We're getting trouble.
I think he's the age that it says on Wikipedia.
I heard you.
So whatever that is.
I mean, can't agree because he might have two brethren as well with certain. But yeah,
I'm not even gonna dignify that with a respect.
Yeah, you know, man. Yo, G, you can't be on stream saying that about us, man. You know what I mean? I hear it, G.
Anyways,
right.
the Monday is good. He's good still. He's good.
All right, man. Let's shift the conversation then, man. I want to talk about this brother, innit? Apparently, from David Weinstein, he's saying that Liverpool will sell for 40 plus without a buyback clause. But if you want with a buyback clause, but without a buyback clause, you might have to come in with 50 plus M's. Do you think this is good business?
Yeah, that's smart business. Both ways, isn't it?
Yeah. People, they're just gonna. The other teams will just pick the 40 mil, bro. Nobody believes in the buyback clause. Although he's the one. I swear, I'm not even. Harvey's the only player that I reckon if the club wanted to buy him back, he would come back to Liverpool, bro. He's the only person. Apart from that, I told you, bro, buyback clause are bullshit, bro. Like, it's smart business, it's smart contracting to do that. But somebody tell me a good buyback clause what's worked, bro.
Bro, I fully was trying to think of this the other day, Savage. I don't know.
Someone in the chat, man. Who's
buyback clauses and thingy? Buyback clause and first refusals. They're always shit, bro. You get me? Arsenal had one with Fabregas and he chose Chelsea.
Yeah, he chose Chelsea. That was mad.
Nah, there must be someone out there that's definitely come back to their club.
But the only people who ever go back to their club, what they started off, is Barca players, bro, and it's never a buyback clause. You have to pay them good. You have to pay the same money back for them, bro. Trust me, if Kukurea ends up at Barcelona in 2 years, bro, even though you trafficked him in the first place, you still have to pay for him. You man always have to pay back for your play, bro. That's what happens, bro.
Think about how long he's been he's had so many different deals. He's gone from Brighton to Chelsea in that time. Like, we wouldn't have been able to keep that.
Pogba's dodgy deal.
Carvajal.
But that's it. Carvajal.
Okay, there's one.
Buying Leverkusen, Real Madrid.
Wait. Man ain't gonna say no. Man ain't gonna speak to me with inflections in their voice about Carvajal like everybody was like, yeah, obviously, Savage, Carvajal. Bro, it's been 100 and whatever years of football, bro. What are you talking about?
Savage, you made it seem like there was none. I like, thank you, Jacques. You gave one.
You lot were moving like Diddy, bro, scrambling and scraping. Yeah, man. You man do all Diddy in the chat, scrambling and scraping, trying to find info and that, Googling the quick as you can. Chat GBT, can you, bruv?
Listen,
man.
There you go.
You're right. I agree with you, though.
But it's said Newcastle clubs interested in signing Harvey Elliott. Talk Sport understands Elliott is keen on a move away from Anfield this summer, Alex.
What that does mean with the buyback thing, it means that most clubs are right to get rid of the player. Or the player just don't like you anymore. Because bad terms.
So Newcastle want to be involved in Harvey. So Newcastle, I told you, we can make deals happen, guys. We can make that happen. You guys need a midfielder. We need a striker. Let's communicate. Liverpool can get a cut price. We'll just go, listen. We'll give you Harvey.
What do you think would be acceptable for Newcastle? Like, okay, so let's throw in Harvey Elliott.
80 mil in Harvey.
What would you think 80 mil will be enough?
And Harvey, yeah.
First. What about you, Savage?
What's that? Isak deal?
Yeah, so let's throw in Harvey Elliott. Like, what kind of a deal do you think Liverpool can go to Newcastle with? And it's like, you think, this should be calm. Like, you should be able to take this and bounce. I'm just intrigued, to be fair. I just want to know.
What answered?
So I think it covers. I think if we value him, especially if we're saying that this is what we're valuing him at, without a buyback clause, we're looking to 50 plus. If it's with a buyback clause, then we're looking at 40. So let's say we value him at 45 or 55. Just give them 80 million, and this is what we value Harvey at. So then that should boost up to what you would have potentially wanted for Isak, 120, 130 mark. So I think it's fair business. You still get a big chunk of money. You still get a player, so you don't have to go out there and buy another midfielder for that particular archetype of player you want. Now you got 80 million to add to your transfer kitty to go and do what you want to do. So I think it's good business for both teams.
No, I'm with any still. Even though I say that, I'm with any. It will be two.
I was about to say, yeah.
They never really. It won't be a swap ones. Never seem to work on it, but.
What was the last one? Ibrahimovic, Etu.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same as with Kwanzaa and stuff, because Leverkusen wanted Kwanzaa in the first place. We decided not to, but then it worked out to be like, oh, how much we actually spend on Florian Wirtz this window? Is it 100 mil? 116 or something like that, like up front. So then you take Kwanzaa money off. We could have probably just said, yo, hold Kwanzaa, and we'll just, you know what I mean? Could have just done that. But obviously the book, it had to look like transactions and stuff.
Yeah. I was about to, yeah.
Nah, which is fair. Man.
I don't know. I would love to know what people think. Like, how much do you think? Like this is genuinely me asking. I haven't got a number. Like 80 sounds great. Like maybe 100. I don't know. But I would love to know. Like, where do you think? Because maybe you could do that. But I think they would want to do it as two separate deals, because who knows if Liverpool would want to include this whole with or without a buyback kind of clause. How do you sort that out in terms of how much you're going to pay now? I feel like Newcastle are going to want up front right now all of that money. Like, I don't feel like you could give them 80 mil plus Harvey and say, all right, but we're going to give you 40 now, or let's say 60 now, and the other 20 mil will be later on. I feel like they're going to be like, no, we're going to need at least 80 million right now. Like, because remember, you're saying to be able to buy other players and stuff. Bro, they can't buy a striker really for like 60.
Yeah, I mean, PSR thing, bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah, PSR, like, yeah, they would be like, no, I need. That's why in my head, I'm like, 80 does sound calm. I'm not saying it doesn't. But I feel like they just, unless you're going to give it to them all up front, you're going to need to offer them more. And then I reckon they will take the deal. Like, if you said 100 plus thing, I reckon they'd say, all right, fuck it. I'll take the 100. Give me 80 now, 20 million later, and give me Harvey Elliott. Bro, Liverpool should run it anyway. Like, bro, we're not going to use the player. We might as well bring in, you know what I'm saying?
Today's the day, man. The guy that's coming in to take over for Ellison. Question
Man
for
like Mamadashvili and that, blood. Come on, bro.
Yo,
doesn't
Nah,
work.
bro.
easy,
I'm
man.
on a night out,
Easy,
bro, with my
man.
local kebab shop and that, bro. My guy and that, bro. Yes, boss, man. Chips and that. Yeah. That's my guy still.
Savage, man.
You get me? Look at that.
Easy, man.
Nah, blood. He's always there, bro.
Easy, man, bro.
Yes,
This ain't
gaffer.
twerkers or nothing. Like he's not doing the
You
madness.
know,
Like,
you know, you know the man there, bro. You know the boss man who just knows. Yes, boss. Yes, boss man. Yeah, how you doing, Savage? Yes, boss man. What go on, bro? This Mama Trash blood. Yeah, bro. This guy is cold, bro. He's cold at being shit and shit at being cold, bro. It's crazy, bro. This geezer's the most confusing goalkeeper, bro. But I hear it though. Bare presence, but he's got a bit of scattiness in his mind. I don't know what it is, bro.
But that's why he's coming in to learn off the best, innit? And then take over from the best. That's the whole point, Sav. He's coming in to learn from the best and take over from the best. There's no better school to come to.
Do you think that he'll be worse than Keller?
Nah.
Kelleher's not bad, bro. What do you mean worse, bro?
No, but so that's the point I'm trying to make. Because the way you're speaking is like, bro, he's even worse than Keller. Like, as in, like, so we just got in someone.
You know what it is? Because I'm
not going to be worse than Keller. That's not.
It's because.
Big up, Liz.
I don't know.
Just leave him alone, Sammy. You don't have to bully him. You don't like.
Nah, bro. He's good. He's good, bro. Like, okay, let me explain. You know what? He's not. Forget Kelleher for a second. I'm not trying to compare them, innit?
Mm-hmm.
The only way I can explain for man to let me know is, but like, do you man rate Donnarumma like that?
I'm sure. Yeah, I do.
I think
but
he's good.
Yeah, I rate it.
Okay, well, okay. If you think the way you said that, that's how I rate Mamadashvili. Like,
no, because I feel like I was gonna get a lot of sticks.
So you know what it is? Because Donnarumma's a weird goalkeeper, bro. Like, he's good, but very shit sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
But then you get games like when he was doing up the world class thing, and they couldn't score past him, bro. But every now and again, he does the scatty thing. That's what he does.
Yes.
Does the scatty thing sometimes, bro. Sometimes when Alisson jumps for the ball, I really know that he's gonna catch it. He's gonna punch that away, bro. This geezer sometimes just jumping past the ball and that, bro. But hey, man, listen, bro, I'm gonna let him off, bro. Car, you get me? It was flooding. It was flooding last season, innit?
It was flooding.
They had other problems. Man, were worried about the yard and all that. I'm gonna let him off still.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let him off, man. But all I'm saying,
let him come to like a good environment over here.
Yeah, where he can relax.
You know what? Because people listen. It don't sound popular to say this, but people have chat for me, yeah. But I'm the one. I'm watching. Like, most people are talking about him what they saw in the Euros, isn't it? So you can't tell me that. Oh, how you speaking about him after whatever game? No, I've watched him in bare games, bro. I didn't just discover him in the Euros. So in the Euros, he was doing the whole team was doing the mad thing. He's a good footballer, bro. He's a good footballer. I should stop joking about him still. He's our goalkeeper, bro. And yeah, he's not Alisson, and I don't trust him on the floor, but he's a great shot stopper, bro. He's a great shot stopper, and he has more presence than Kelleher. So I think that, you get me? Like, if he comes for the ball and he's ready, bro, he's knocking man out the way and that. He's a bit of a nutter as well, which I like. I like chaos, bro.
He seems like it, yeah. Goalkeepers seem like to be nutters anyway, though.
Yeah, they are. Any man that decides, you just don't mind the ball getting smashed at you from close range.
Bro, that's crazy.
No, the man that, like, at any moment the striker will be like, I need to put him in the goal with the ball.
Yeah,
that's what strikers are thinking. And for
you
to
man,
go,
like Hulk Roberto Carlos, smashing the ball in front? Nah, that's a myth, bro.
Yeah, if you look at goalkeepers properly, they all got like spaced out eyes on it, like they look like they're gone. Sometimes when man talk to Alisson, bro, he looks like he's gone with somewhere, bro. Like, all right.
Yeah, he's with Jesus, bro, normally, bro.
Yeah. But hopefully, like, listen, he's coming to a better club. And yeah, his club where he was at they weren't doing the best in that. What they need to train him on is the ways of the Jedi, bro, with the ball on the floor, which, to be fair to him, even though I joke around, it's because, like, goalkeepers weren't raised to do that, and this is a newer thing in football, bro. So I always try to give him a bit of leeway. When we're like, oh, shit, with the ball at his feet, I'm like, yeah, but he's a fucking goalkeeper, bro. He was brought up with the ball at his hands, bro. If he weren't about at his feet. So, bro, he's not the greatest. You get me? That's why the goalkeepers who usually were, like, midfielders and stuff, that's why they're better with the ball at the feet. Because I always trust Kelleher with the ball at his feet. He was a fucking striker, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Word.
What are we doing about Trey, man? Trey just turned 18, signed a new long-term deal. What are we doing with him, guys? Should we loan him out? Should we let him run wild for a season somewhere now? Because I don't know about keeping him in, like, just sitting in the 21s and that for it. Like, he's too good now. He needs to go and play.
Yeah, loan him.
He definitely needs to play. He definitely needs to play.
Yeah.
I like Trey a lot, man. I think Trey's cold.
He's the truth on it. They need to think, you know, they
I
need
think
to
he's
like
cold.
this needs to be a loan with like I need a bit of care given to the player, bro. Don't just loan him for the sake of loaning him, bro. Like, you get me? Try and have a relationship with whatever manager is going to and all that stuff as well, bro. Let him know. And obviously, you can't tell the other manager what to do.
Yeah.
But you do want to kind of know that is my guy getting some kind of like playing time though? Because some players go places that don't ever play, bro, and you can't do nothing about it. So.
He needs like a really what you. It's weird, isn't it? Because only some teams will do it, right? He needs to almost go for 2 years. Like it can't be 1 year. Like he needs to go for 2. So the first year, you're going to be closer to the first team than you would be at Liverpool. So you might not be first team straight away, but you'll get in there. Like you're very close, right? So you're playing more games than you would at Liverpool. In the second season, once you've had that time to build, now you're the first teamer in that team. Now you can really go and, you know, cement yourself as the player that we know that you can be. Then year 3, that's when, so what, 18, so 2021. Now we're looking at him saying, yo, okay, you ready? All right, if you're ready, we're putting you on the bench and you're going to start more games now. And then potentially, you know, we see how he is from this. Because even just loaning him for like, listen, I'm not trying to say no Tranmere Rovers and that. Like, like I feel like the loan is like, you said care. And I was like, you know what, Savage is right. Like, I need a bit more care with the loans. It can't just be, we're just going to loan you. No, I need, okay, this is the development path for this player. He's going to do this. And he can stay with you guys for 2 seasons, unless he balls out, obviously, in year 1. But he can stay with you for 2 seasons. And then, boom, I'm telling you guys now, this brother is sick. I'm
happy for the youth, man. Happy for him, man. Because he was cold at Leicester, bro. Good. It was cold, man. Like, it was too good for the
on the ball and that.
Yeah. The only thing I'm trying to figure out with him, it's not a bad thing. I think they're still trying to figure out his position and the way that, because he can play further forward as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, where does he place? But I feel the same about Rio, although I'll probably leave Rio for 1 more year, then loan him out. But if you could find a club for him, same, I'd loan him out.
Yeah, same thing.
You can find out very early about these two. Yeah, I mean.
Yes.
Nah, fairs.
And I think, Savage at Ends, obviously, like Ends, you coach as well. So you see, like, with like young players and some of that development, right? Like, obviously, with the teams that we follow outside of here, when you look at someone like the young players, and even just in Dortmund, Ajax, and stuff like, like, it's like you can see it from such a young age. Obviously, you might not fulfill that potential, but like Ryan Gravenberch, how old was he when he made his? Now, I'm not saying you have to be Gravenberch level, but like, there's no point just chilling. Like, what is he going to chill from 18 to 20, and then we're just going to be like, oh, okay, he played a couple cup games, looks all right. We don't really know. I'm like, nah, bro. Like these Rio, Trey, them man are good players, bro. Like we laugh about Lamine Yamal and all these man, but Lamine Yamal only played because he got to play. Like that was the reason why he gets to play. So why not do that with Trey? I'm saying, yo, Trey, go on loan 2 seasons. Rio, maybe Savage is right. Maybe stay for this season, and then next season, bang, you're out 2-year loan again. And then we see your development that way. Liverpool tie you to a bigger deal. We bring them back. Those are your 2 YGs. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Then we're done. Like, that's how Liverpool should run it.
You got Mandem in the chat saying he needs a gym membership as well. Listen, I hear that and that, but from the sports science background, the fitness and that, bro, like, it's just not like that anymore, bro. These players are not going to get much bigger. Bro, I don't know if you, man, really notice the size of some of our players and that, bro, like Gakpo and that, bro. These are skinny youths, bro. Like, this is not... The whole package, the only regular size you're gonna pack on, obviously, you get me, the testosterone levels and all that stuff. There's natural, like, big man size in it, bro. Yeah, just grow. There's like the natural, like, just growth of a human, and it, like, he's still young. He ain't finished growing yet. You know what I mean? Man's stuff ain't finished growing until like he's 26 and that, so he ain't finished growing. But I'm just saying, like, they're all skinnier than they were back in the day. All of them. Like, it's just how it is. I remember I was just watching Gakpo's medical, and I was like, raw. Like when they had the thing on him, and I was like, this kid's very small, bro. He's tall, obviously, but he's skinny, bro. They have to be, yeah. That's just sometimes I feel like they've gone too far with the sports science and that, but I get once you're there, you can't go back and go off feeling. You have to go off the science then. But realistically, some of these men are too small. And
can I ask you a question then, Sav? Now Virgil's like more slimmer. Do you think you can?
Now Virgil's slimmer. What?
Yeah, do you think you can take him on now?
It wasn't about taking him on. It wasn't about taking him on. It was about aerial duel, bro. All I said, listen, I didn't say it every time, and you know I didn't. I just said, you told me that I couldn't outjump Virgil at all, bro, and I said I can. That's a fact. And I used the basis of I know how high I can jump. I know what my vertical jump is, and I seen Ivan Toney out jumping, and I seen Calvert-Lewin out jumping as well. A couple of people. So what I'm saying is, I've got a chance, bro. Now he's gonna get if it's out of 10 times, then he's gonna win more of them than nothing. But I'm getting one of them, bro. And if it's the ball on the floor, bro, then it's a long day for Virgil still, bro. Try all that backing off with me, bro. I'll body your ass, bro. Yeah. But it's the truth, though, and he's the best in the world, bro. So if it's 1 out of 10, I'll take one. He's the best in the world.
Hey, I'm the best in the world if I win one. I'll say
yeah. Man can't talk to me, bro. If I copy Virgil one time, bro, bro, YouTube footballers can't talk to me, bro. I'm living off that. I won't even play it. I'll retire as well.
yeah, for real. Yeah, facts. I don't need to play.
Liz, appreciate you taking care of that. I know the Newcastle fans in the chat crashing out still. It's all right. Saw this. Don't know what you guys think. I do know what you guys think, actually. Don't let me pretend. I know you man want this brother in this football team. So I was looking who this Matt guy is. He's a reporter for a few of the little journalistic companies out there. He's talking about that the agent of Kudus has offered himself to Liverpool because he prefers that move over the Chelsea and Spurs one. Would you guys take him as the backup to Salah?
Yep. Kudus, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the backup.
I don't even think he's going to be a backup to Salah. I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like he will just play.
I ain't gonna lie. Someone's gonna get kicked. I think if Kudus came to Liverpool, someone get kicked out of the team, bro.
You think he'll just take someone?
Yeah. I don't ask me who either, bro. I just don't know. I
wanted to ask just to. Can I not ask?
Somebody's getting kicked out, bro.
Sav, can I ask who or?
No, ask G.
G? Can I ask you who's he? Because who's called?
If you had to kick someone out, it'll be someone on that left wing. So kick someone, or you could.
He plays more on the right though.
You can play left and right, man. Don't worry about that. But yeah, you can kick anyone on that left side. I'll be real. I feel like he would just eventually, he would just have to play. So wherever that is, put Florian Wirtz left wing if that's the big deal. Put him through the middle, like put him on the left, put Florian Wirtz in the middle. It doesn't really matter. I feel like he can play anywhere from midfield to the forward line, up front as a false 9, but that'll be kind of a waste. So yeah, Kudus is solid, bro. Like. I'm convinced now. I'm definitely convinced.
So Isak and Kudus would be the two. You know, we were speaking yesterday about 3 going and 2 coming in. If those 2 came in, bro, damn.
Run it.
But I feel like we wouldn't sign him just yet because he's like, we don't need to sign this right now. He seems like one of those kind of players. It's like, if he's still available later on in the window. No, I said like if he's still available, if he's still available later. Then you'll be like, oh, you know what, actually, we've just had to let, I don't know, someone from the midfield go or someone from the attacks now gone who maybe we didn't forecast to leave. Let's grab Kudus then because he's still available. Whereas I feel like Spurs and Chelsea are like, nah, we want to try and sign you right now. So he could potentially just go there just because. But I don't know.
Yeah, he's cold, man. I don't even like the fact that I can see Chelsea's name in there, bro, because if he joins Chelsea, it's long for everyone still.
They don't need another attacker, man. Gee,
this is what they're doing, bro. It's not about what they need, bro. It's about what they want, bro. That's what I told you yesterday, bro. These men are selling hotels, cars, everything, bro, just to play for players. They don't give a shit, bro.
I deep this. They are slightly kind of clever, though, right?
Not the clever.
We sign all of these players. Say like they've still got Broha, like he's still on the books. Yeah. Now I don't know how much that costs to even get him or whatever. So, but let's just say. Marc, Guehi, the other striker that they've got, right? So they got Broha, Jackson, Delap, and that Guehi brought up front. They only bought Guehi from Thing for like chicken change. They probably know I can probably get double that piece if I just keep loaning him out or playing a couple games here. That's my money right there. Boom, sell that guy. We'll keep doing that for all the players until I reckon they get to a point where it's like we now have the exact players that we want. We've been able to see what this player can do. This team likes that. Cool. We'll make the money that way. So they're doing we're going to gamble a lot, but the income that's going to come in from that is going to be mental. Like mental for them. That they'll make serious cash in a few years. Serious cash.
Nah, real talk, man. And like the way they've handled PSR, I actually did research on it. I just wanted to find out myself, and it all made sense. I was trying to say this to end yesterday because Villa's going through the same shit. I was like, sadly, it's not cheating. It's a loophole, but it's not cheating. Bro. And like, the death row contracts they put him on at the beginning with the 8 years and all that. At the time, everyone's like, yo, why would you sign somebody for that long? Then you realize, because the more years they sign you for, I get to spread out the money a lot across them years, which means that it dips in and out of every PSR year, bro. It's not the same all the time. So like instead of, say for example, let's say the PSR year was like 2 years on it, and I've signed somebody for 10 mil, and I've got them on like a 5-year deal. Yeah, it's just be 2 mil in my PSR money every year instead of it being 10 because I signed him for 5 and that's how we're paying him. And they've done that with everyone. So they got my man, the little crackhead and that, who just failed a drug test on an 8-year contract. They don't care, bro. Mudrick and that. They don't care, bro.
I forgot about it. Yeah, I forgot.
He actually got medal as well, so.
Yeah, and then you know what they did, bro? They sold their women's team to themselves and they sold the hotels to themselves, bro. Just like Villa yesterday when I told Ends. On the last day that was available, Villa sold their women's team to themselves.
So that they can.
I feel like bare people are going to start doing that.
Yeah, that's a loop.
Yeah,
they'll close it up rapidly, bro. But now they've seen it. Like, hold on a minute. Yeah, they'll.
That's the sad thing. It's always the teams. It's the bigger teams who figure out the loophole first. So by the time the other teams try and do it, you get shut down. That's why Newcastle was so pissed about Man City and Chelsea. They're like, brother, so hold on. We've had this sports director owner for a whole time rubbishing our club, and as soon as we get the money in, like, yeah, you can't spend it, but we're not doing that. And then remember, everyone had when there was a Premier League meeting, and everyone just said, nah.
Yeah, I was like, right.
Imagine everyone around the table, like, oh yeah, nah. Do you know? And you're like, you got your book ready, portfolio ready to like tell the guys, man, we're not trying to do anything crazy in the league, but we want to be able to build the club. And
yeah, it's crazy. But I think that's what the owners left. To be honest, the over Newcastle. I think that's what they left because they were proper like ambitious owners. Seemed like they wanted to build all this, and then I think they didn't realize like, oh, so we can be the wealthiest, but without being the wealthiest. That's that. You know what? That's equivalent of, and I've seen this happen. I'm not saying no names, and the man need to know this, bro. Certain man I know, yeah, Bitcoin lost their Bitcoin login, but their Bitcoin was brought in like 2014. So it's worth.
That's actually
put it this way: the man them I know that did that.
How login is worth?
Yeah, bro. The man them are rich, but in real life, they're not rich, bro.
How crazy that is? You're rich, but not rich, but you are rich.
Yeah, like. Put it this way, it's 640. I think 640,000 he's got Bitcoin worth. Can't spend any of it. I'll kill myself. I'll be honest. I'm throwing myself off a bridge, bro. It's over with. My son, R.I.P. man.
You can't go. You can't go to work now.
Because you know what kind of torture that is, bro? You know what kind of torture that is, bro?
You're like, you got money like just sitting there, but you don't know. But surely he could have got access back now. Surely, bro. Prove identity, because I've got.
It was like there was a story the other week about like some geezer he got a winning lottery ticket, but obviously he got robbed in it. But he already had the winning lottery ticket. He got robbed, but obviously he made the authorities known in it. So now the people who robbed him can't cash in the lottery ticket. So now there's just millions there. And nobody, and obviously, remember if you don't cash in your lottery ticket, they roll it over in it to the following week. So say it was like 3.2 mil this week, nobody cashes it in, it'll go to 6 mil the week after, bro. And so the dilemma online was like, what do you do if you're the geezer who robbed the man? Do you try and like get in contact with him and do some like, we know you robbed you, bro. I know that we robbed you in that, bro, but we're sorry. We'll bring the ticket when you cash it in, nice or stop in it. And then and then you can have the rest of the money, but we want like 100k each. Or if you're the guy, do you go along with that? Say that you're gonna nice them up, and then when the money's in your bank, lock them up.
Just disappear, bro.
You could disappear. The thing is, the only way anybody's gonna win at this point, the people who robbed them might as well just rip out the ticket. And
then everyone just suffers.
Yeah,
everyone just has to suffer. Like, what else can you do, bro? Like, what else can they?
The people who robbed him were like squatters and that. They're not rich on it. So it's like the guy just got a normal job anyway. This guy.
Yeah, you'd have to just. I think no one wins at this point. But listen, guys, we'll leave it there, man. We'll leave it there. Sav, G, love as always, man. Big up to the chat. We didn't hit our target. Maybe we hit after the stream. Thanks, Liz, Scottish Bear.
How many likes is on now?
I'll double check that for the we are on 197. So we're not.
And how many people's watching?
228 currently.
All right, chat. Listen, at least get it to 200, innit, man? Like, ends of doing this out of the love of his heart, bro. He ain't getting paid for it, bro. So trust me, you get me. So just, yeah, man, just do that, man.
And then big up to Ahmed as well. If Nunes and Jota leaves, 100% we'll get Osimhen and Ekatike. Appreciate the super chat. As long as we can get one of the strikers, bro, I'll be happy. We need a number 9, so I'll definitely want one.
Yeah.
Will Jota leave? I don't know. Nunes will leave though. I'm not sure about Jota. Everything's gone quiet around him, so I don't know. But I think we'll definitely get a striker in this window. Ideally, my preference is Isak. Will we get him? We're going to have to wait and see, but we will because of the Newcastle fans suffering in the chat right now. Yeah. And if we don't get him, Osimhen's my next target. If we don't get Osimhen, then I don't mind getting Ekatike as well.
200 done, I think. Big up my man in the chat. He said 200 done. Run it.
200. Love, man. Love, guys.
Yeah.
Big up.
That'll be fine. I know what Jota's doing, bro. He's hiding out. Hopefully, he's just hoping that nobody notices him. So
we say they forget that he.
Yeah.
Just turns back up into training. Is that right? Jota, we didn't. Oh, the window's closed now. We got. Then he had 6 months to prove himself.
Yeah, and then we got about 6 weeks of Jota being good until the new FIFA comes out in September. Then we're fucked, bro.
Then he's injured again.
Yeah, then he's injured again, bro.
All right, listen, guys. I'm gonna redirect you guys over to Fan Zone. I'm gonna head over there as well because Dean started early without me, but it's fine. It is what it is. G, Sav, you guys got any other videos you got coming up today?
I don't, but I do want to do some. I do want to do some football stuff because I was going to wait to the start of the season, but I might as well just use when I got a bit of spare time. So I think of something to do. Probably it might not be. In fact, I'm not going to do that to myself because. I don't think anyone's ready for Real Madrid watch alongs yet. Let me let the dust settle and then I'll.
So I've got a video with Drifty at 5 o'clock today. I need to confirm with him, see if we're still good to go for that one. So we'll do that one. If you want to do something after that, we can run it. Still, I don't mind, bro. You know what I mean? Young little redirect and that we just,
look a redirect in that. What you say?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, man. Let me just catch up on Love Island first, bro, and then I'll tell you what I go on, bro. Yeah.
Is Love Island back?
Yeah. This Love Island's good still. Can't even lie, bro. You know what I mean?
All right.
Look at the glee in Savage's face when he says it. So
this one's good. I wonder why.
Like, yo, it's so good. Yeah. I said, what? Savage, bro.
Big up to all the big up to the mods, all the members as well. So today, 5 o'clock, me and Drifty will be live. Tomorrow, members only chat as well, guys. If you want to become a member, there's a link pinned to the top of the chat. Only a little $2.99. You know what I mean? A young little pocket change to be a member. And then
is it tomorrow? I thought it's Thursday.
No, Thursday. Is it not Thursday? Am I going crazy? No, sorry.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
I'm losing track of the days. Losing track of the days. Big up to everyone, man.
Big up Buffalo. Bro.
Who else want his shout? Big up to Ahmed for the super chat as well. Love for the love. Members and the mods as well. And big up to all the new subscribers as well. There's a few of you. I know there's a few Newcastle fans. They're probably going to unsubscribe after the stream's done because they wanted to come and throw some hate in the chat first. But it's all love regardless. You know what I mean? Wanted to come and hate. Don't worry, man. When we get him, we'll look after him. Like, look, Leverkusen was gracious. They said, guys, can you look after our boy? We're going to do the same for Isak. Don't worry, man. We'll look after him. And when he scores against you, man, it's all love, man. Peace out.
Yo, you are not making many friends, bro.